Hey, this is Yara with Makeuse, and today we're taking a look at the Snapzoom, a scope mount that can connect your smartphone to a pair of binoculars or a telescope. This is the Snapzoom set, which includes everything you need to take some interesting telephoto shots. My kit came with a pair of pretty awesome Nikon binoculars, as well as a small screwdriver, a piece of extra padding, a ball-shaped weight and a bracket, and a tripod mount adapter. All these knickknacks have a specific purpose, believe it or not, which you can read about in our full review of the Snapzoom. The Snapzoom itself is an interesting plastic contraption to which you can mount your smartphone on one side and a pair of binoculars or a telescope on the other. When everything is adjusted correctly, the Snapzoom lets you shoot images as seen through your binoculars or telescope. So if you're watching birds, you can maybe take really close-up shots of the birds that you could never take with your smartphone. But how is it to set up, and does it really work? The first thing you need to do with the Snapzoom is mount your phone. The Snapzoom can accommodate smartphones of every shape and size, as long as the device's camera can fit in the camera slot that you can see here. You should tighten the Snapzoom around your phone securely at this point, although you'll probably have to move it around a bit for further adjustments later on. But do tighten it securely so it doesn't fall off while you're adjusting it. To mount your binoculars, you're going to have to use the cute screwdriver that came in your kit, the small one. Use it to loosen up the screw that holds the binoculars mount in place and align it with your phone's camera. This way, anything you mount in the binocular holder will be aligned with your camera too. And this is crucial, so you can actually see what you see in the binoculars in your phone's camera. The Snapzoom comes equipped with a special strap that's meant to go around your magnifying device. This is especially important when using binoculars. While you can and should tighten everything securely, using the strap will ensure accidents don't happen. After all, you don't want your pair of binoculars on the floor in pieces the first time you attempt to take some pictures with your Snapzoom. Once everything is mounted, you're pretty much done. Why pretty much? Because the chances that everything is aligned properly, especially on your first try with a particular smartphone and binoculars, is not very high. When you launch your camera app, it's likely that all you'll see is a black screen. The solution? Move your phone around a bit until you find the perfect alignment. And oh, don't be surprised if the Snapzoom starts pressing your phone's buttons like crazy when you tighten it around it. It's a known phenomenon. You can read more about solving this issue in the full review. So now that everything is assembled, mounted, and aligned, the Snapzoom is finally ready to use. Does it deliver on its promise? Can you really shoot crazy photos through your binoculars with your smartphone? You sure can. If you've survived the assembly process, you're now in for some fun. The experience is a bit shaky. We're dealing with a pretty big magnification here after all. But as long as you're not taking videos, you should get some pretty neat results. If you do want to shoot some videos, you can use a tripod. Overall, the Snapzoom is a fun device, and while it does feel a bit like a prototype, it's simple enough for anyone with some patience. Will you have the patience to mess with it often? That's a decision you have to make. Head over to makeuse.com for the full review and more details. Who knows, you might win this entire Snapzoom kit, including the binoculars, for free. Thanks for watching.